Yeah, it went right through that tiny little wicket of space there. John thought he had it fully covered. I guess not. And he catches a break and goes through the blue paint.
We'll have Division 2 action for you tomorrow on the second game day of this week.
Yeah, how entertaining those games have been. In all three divisions, not just the pro division. It's been entertaining all around. So you're basically getting entertaining puck hockey 7 days a week here. Look out.
Coming up to challenge. East wins it. What a play by East.
Jeez, I think he's known for coming out of a crease like that for challenge. I may be able to say I've scored a goal on him once by him coming out, but I'm in the booth and he's on the ice for a reason. But, you know, you mentioned earlier about this Camelfish team struggling. They have the players. They have the skill, in my opinion. If I were them, I would make some noise and make a splash in the trade market. Just get some fresh faces, try and get some different looks, different lines, and they might find success.
Yeah, I completely agree. You know, there might be some players that just haven't been able to
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if you want to see the starters switched up, or if there's somebody from the bench that should come in, but I think something might need to change. Or they could just stick with their roster and string together a couple games. We're really early in the season, but there's plenty of time for a mounting comeback.
I'll tell you who they're not trading is John. Unless they get a big package for him, I would not see him go.
John was just an absolute star
Total dog.
in this game today.
Yeah.
Jackson's back in deep. Meat Sale. These are the Beavers with offensive zone pressure. Meat Sale down the slot. Shoots.
Oh,
by Trav.
great block by Trev. Great eyes to go and cut the slot off like that.
Mike ahead. Glenn across. Trav chasing after it. And he's going to carry it. Try to into the zone. He wins the race against Meat Sale. Easy. What a play. He sent it back in the same wall. He's challenge. Glenn for it. He takes it over Glenn's head.
Looks like got some Frog T fans here in the chat. Hopefully it'll keep going.
Yeah, Frog T is great at what he does. You know, he's kind of a guy that's trying to get under his skin. The Brad Marchand type. And
Yeah, I
he's
agree.
great at what he does. He will terrorize his opponents to no end. And perhaps he's doing that to these already people. They've been able to break through.
Ooh, look out.
Take it away in the slot. John dashing all over the place, but Mitzo couldn't get a shot off. A great back check from Frog T.
What a deep, just one of those moments where, you know, he's got great hands, but maybe just one too many moves there. Should have shot a little earlier, in my opinion. And, oh,
No
wow.
shot stop. Mitzo robbed by John again. He dashed the wrong way initially, but easily came back and made the
Yeah.
save. At least he made some.
Great recovery.
That guy is
Yeah.
fantastic in the crease. Far back in it.
Just let me know when video starts and give me like a 5 count.
Slot shot. That's safe by John.
Fantastic save. He can use every part of his armless body to make a save. And he's showing that off in this contest. He does. Yeah, I think for a couple of players to stay on the roster for the Camel Crush, it's only, you know, a matter of time before the light bulb clicks and they start popping off. Good true. Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Calabasas needs to find something here, or they're going to drop this first game in regulation. Detail ahead, Carr in the slot, trying to get a shot off the one right through the breach.
Well, you are right about that. They still only have 2 shots in this game, which is pretty unbelievable.
They spent rather the whole game centered for
Look
Glenn.
out.
And a great stick by DeBeasy breaks it up from behind.
The defense just closes and crashes in on him there in the slot. That's a great defensive recovery there.
Trev, and he got a heavy touch going to the corner for Chad. 45 seconds down in the first period, or rather 45 seconds left in the first period, I should say. Glenn at center, right on the PHL logo, and it's taken away by Mike in his own zone, tries to get it back in deep for Trev and does. Back behind the net by Yeesh. Mazel sticks it aside, 30 seconds to go. Comes out to Mike at the line with a long shot over the net. And Glenn now. Right point, sends it in front, right
dangerous
over the
tip.
crease. In the slot, Yeesh comes out to play it and he pokes it out of the zone.
Risky play by Yeesh there. Imagine if they get to the backhand and he gives that up and it's 2-1.
But it pays off, 10
It
seconds
pays
to
off.
go. This game should be over. Meatzel wants one more. Backdoor
Oh!
easy under his stick, but it's gonna do it anyway. The Albany Beavers come away with a 2-0 win in game 1 and get the 3 points.
Well, the Beavers looking to beat them while they're down there with that last play, but no luck. The defense finally helps out John there.
Teams content to end their war.
Crossbar! He's going, he gets it in! It's gonna be tight here, it's in! Oh my god! Goalie goal, goalie goal, goalie goal! Where do we find these guys? He's going, and he's got it!
Welcome back, all you puckers and puck lovers out there. My name's Fly. I'm joined tonight by my color commentator, Ren, owner and producer of the weekly Renport. And Ren, we got a fiery one tonight, don't we?
Oh, we got a fiery one tonight. I can promise that. It'll be a good one. Both of these guys really want to win this game.
Yeah, tonight we have some action in the Division 1 league between the second place Bloomington Wild and the hosts, the number 3 placed Halifax Hooks. And if you guys are not aware, earlier in the day there was a report, the Bloomington Wild picking up Zoob and dropping Quills. Thank you. It was Quills that they dropped. Zoob, well-known D2 player, well-known Pugs player, a lot of talent on him, but the more interesting part about that was a lot of disdain being shown from the Bloomington Wild towards the Halifax Hooks, and that's more than likely it's going to boil over into this game tonight.
Oh, I can almost guarantee. As facilitator of that article that went out that kind of sparked the controversy or distaste for each other, I am going to go off the top by saying that is something that I'm not going to tolerate on the Renport going forwards. It in my opinion was a little bit distasteful of me to put that forth without at least contacting both sides, but that's neither here nor there. Both of these teams really want to win this game. Both captains, Owl and Luma, are really gunning for some big points here tonight.
Yeah, these teams, like, they're up there in the standings. They occupy the 2 and 3 spots, as we said. A little bit of the breakdown of the teams. The Bloomington Wild with 7 wins and 5 losses on the season. Very even in goals for and against, and the real highlight for this team has been Owen, up to 15 points on the season and 10 goals, second in the league in that category. They have looked absolutely incredible early on. And on the other side, we have the Halifax Hooks. They have 6 wins, 6 losses, and they're led, as always, by their dynamic captain, the Little Owl, number 44 on the ice. He's up to 13 points and 11 assists being the highlight of his season. He's really driving the offense from the back end.
So I'm noticing out there we've got a couple new faces, or a couple irregular faces, I guess. I'm not too sure if they'll be starting tonight, but we've got Lettuce out there on the ice, which is also a new pickup for the Hooks.
Mm-hmm.
Recently trading Echo for Lettuce, trying to bolster their defenses a little bit more there. Lettuce, a phenomenal defensive defenseman in D2, just played against them last night, and he is hard to play against.
Yeah, Lettuce, a great pickup. That 1-for-1 trade with Philadelphia, bringing Lettuce over. He's been an absolute menace in D2. The D1 captains, they like him. Owl taking a chance on him, bringing him in to kind of support him. More than likely, that's going to give Owl a lot more room to operate on the back end. Like, Owl's the best when he doesn't really have to worry about the defensive stuff and he can use his transition skills, and Lettuce just frees up so much space for the man.
Oh, the presence that Lettuce has back there, his very unique, maybe not unique,
Baseball.
but highly refined ability to knock the puck out of the air really makes you play different against these guys. The long pass doesn't work nearly as well against Lettuce, so the Wild are going to have to work a lot closer, short passes, and try and move the puck around him instead of through him for sure.
Yeah, and just before we get started, we will go over the starting lineups for your Halifax Hooks. It looks like we're going to have Mouse on right wing, Dalfan down the middle, Lettuce and Owl on defense, and number 3, Katie, getting the start in net, replacing Crowbar. For the Halifax Hooks, it looks undecided, but we do have Stamkos on right wing, Owen down the middle, Austin and Pinks on defense, and as always, the ever safe and assured Sleepy in net. And Sleepy has looked incredible on the net.
And especially coming off of last week, I mean, Sleepy only let in 1 goal over 4 games and 3 shutouts. Like,
Yeah.
phenomenal work from Sleepy. I believe those are the stats anyways. I'm pretty sure. But regardless, absolutely phenomenal goaltending has been really a cornerstone for the Wild so far this season.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how they can operate off of, potentially going off the players on the ice, not their starting roster tonight with a couple of subs, and we'll have to see. Get scrappy out there.
Yeah, Lumley is in the lobby, but it is Stamkos on the wing so far. I'm not sure if they're going to switch that out. Usually they will have Lumley playing on that wing, but it looks like we are going to get going into game 1 here with Stamkos on that right wing. So a new look for the Wild, a new look for the Hooks. We're going to have a very entertaining matchup tonight.
A lot of guys going to be out there that want to make a name for themselves. A lot of debuts right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the only player we've seen Mouse quite a fair bit. Pinks got an appearance in an overtime game on stream last week. Performed very well there. Early chance by Mouse goes by the wayside, but other than that, Lettuce and Stamkos getting their D1 debuts tonight. It'll be great to see how they're able to play off of their star players on the side of both of them. As Dalfan tries to chip that to the middle. Owen will pick it up. Going up against Owl. Owl with a good pressure. There's 3 on Owen there early on. You can see the strategy is going to be containment for the Hooks on Owen.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised with how effective he's been on and off the puck so far this season. He's a guy that you have to keep your eye out there for, and that's gonna fall to Lettuce, the debut player today.
Yeah, it's a tough ask for Lettuce, but I think he's up to the challenge here. Stamkos takes it on the sidewall, tries to chip it through. Mouse will pick it up and chip it right back by. Little game of squash on the sideboards as everyone's just trying to chip it through. Nice pass up to Owen. Owen beats Owl. Doesn't really have a lane. He'll go back to Pinks at the point. Pinks goes cross ice, and it's Dalfan instead of Lettuce that gets that baseball move out of the air. Great block Katie, you know Katie's absolutely loving that when the defense shows some initiative there.
Oh, for sure. It's infectious. You put Lettuce in the lineup, everyone wants to play baseball. Oh, the shot! Not
That was
quite.
That was a good passing play there from Owl to Mouse, and the shot just went off the side of the net. Austin will take it around the net, looking for Owen on the far side, but there's two players there. That one will surely be cut off. But it's right back to Owen. Owen coming in on one-on-one against the new kid on the block, beats him and scores! A terrible giveaway from Dolphin in the middle, and Owen will always make you pay.
Wow, just goes inside out and manages to beat Lettuce, who kind of gets stuck flat foot there. Maybe a move he's not used to seeing in D2. The speed and efficiency cutting through the center of the ice. Really impressive work from Owen.
Yeah, Owen has some of the fastest hands in the league. He's really impressive player. Stamkos in on the break. Good save by Katie, immediately resetting. Early pressure from the Wild, kind of just driving the defense of the Hooks back, and a big key to victory for the Wild so far this season has been their forecheck. Even though it's usually had Owen and Matt up in the front side, this time Stamkos looks to be fitting in just fine. Owen with another shot just over the net. He'll look to get that puck back, and the defense just looks so flat-footed early on for the Hooks. Pass out in front. Owen's there. He'll dance around with it. Dolphin will eventually strip him of that puck, and he will be forced to dump that one in.
It has been all Wild all game so far. We're just butting into the first period, but it is changing of pace just as soon as I say it. But it's been a tough forecheck so far. The Hook trying to just fend off what they can.
Yeah, those two shots from Mouse on the backhand have really been all that the Hooks have been able to generate, and they're not really grade A chances. Now Dolphin has it off the bar. There's a grade A chance. Sleepy clears the rebound. What a save by Sleepy. Owl trying to keep the play going. Chips it inside. There's 3 sticks in the air to block that one. It was not getting through no matter what. And Owen clears it the length of the ice. Some life from the Hooks with a minute left to go in the first period.
Oh, it's going to be a high energy game. Neither of these guys want to lose. Oh!
Lettuce, that was a dangerous pass. Owen had him read the whole way, and almost another turnover back to Owen there. Owl trying to work his way past Austin, but just can't. Owen will pick it up. 2-on-1. You gotta think shot here. He goes for it, and Katie with a beautiful stick save. High up, and Katie able to reach it. Owl goes the other way. 30 seconds left in this first period. Cuts inside, trying to beat all 3, but he just can't do it. Dolphin over to Mouse. Rebound comes out, and Pinks, consummate professional, clears that all the way down the ice. Owl will pick it up. Cuts inside again. Pinks just lays the body on him. Great job in the last 20 seconds by Pinks there. He might get rewarded with the chance as well as Owen fires it over the net. Few seconds left here. Looks like this one will go to the point, and that will be all she wrote for the first period. A great period of action, especially for the Wild.
Yeah, wow. That was... I mean, the Wild were dominant for the first 3.5, 4 minutes, and as soon as we started talking about it, the Hooks start to fight back, got a couple strong chances of their own. That's crazy.
It's a little bit of a caster's curse, I think. We're starting to learn about that in puck. As soon as we talk about anything, the opposite is going to happen. Oh, it looks like... will we have a substitution? No, we won't. Just a position change for Mouse. Thought that Bubba might be making an appearance here. Austin puts it on net. Katie, good rebound control, getting that one to the corner by Lettuce. Fires it up to Owl. Gonna try and turn on this. He has options on the far side. Elects not to use it. Elects to take the shot, but it goes over the net. Pinks will pick it up. Fires it all the way down, trying to generate a foot race here that Stamkos is able to win. Breakaway chance now. Cuts to the far side, and Katie is there with the stick. Great patience from Katie on a couple of these breakaways to knock the puck off of Stamkos' stick.
Absolutely. Just watching the way that Owl walks up the ice with this puck, he is so good at speed control. The game just slows down as soon as he touches the puck.
Yeah, that's a big benefit, especially for a captain to have on your team. As soon as you touch that puck and you're able to just, okay, everyone take a breath. We just gave up a breakaway. They've been getting a lot of the pressure. Owen comes in, takes the shot, saved by Katie. Decent enough defense from Owl there, forcing him to the outside, making Katie's job as easy as possible. But yeah, like Owls looked good, but they're giving up too many chances right now. Owen with another shot. They can't get it by Owen. The forecheck is punishing from him.
He is 4 or 5 knockdowns already, just won't let them leave that zone, and every time they do, it just comes right back in.
It's very, very strong. And yeah, like him and Matt last week against, I believe it was Philadelphia, the same issue was happening to Philadelphia where they just could not get the puck by either of the two. Owl cutting into the corner. Might look to the point here. Instead decides to take it towards the middle, and Owen is there to meet him. Lettuce at the point. Fires it in. It takes a weird bounce, and none of the hooks are able to respond. Pinks with a great pass up to Owen. He's just not able to corral that pass. Can't settle it down enough. He'll have to settle for the rim. Austin blocked by Dolphin down low. Dolphin taking a break with it. Slowing her down and then firing it up to Mouse, who's in triple coverage. Not much hope there. Good coverage by the Hooks as a long shot goes off the top of the net. Maybe a bit more dangerous than even I thought.
They are doing such a phenomenal job. They're making the Hooks afraid to pass the puck in their own defensive zone, but if they go for the long flip, they've got guys swallowing up Mouse, who's trying to be that late, the deep cherry pick, and they don't have anything going for him right now.
Yeah, you bring up a great point. Those early interceptions by Owen and those early blocks kind of has an effect on the psyche of the Hooks, it feels like. They're not even wanting to try those passes in their own zone. As soon as it gets on their stick, they're trying to move it up. Here's a good passing play, though. Owl cuts in, far side to Mouse. Oh, he just can't move it to his backhand. That was a great play up the ice, but just no finish with that Swedish. Mouse chips it up. Ooh, maybe a 3-0. I'm sorry to cut you off here.
No, you're good.
Dalfin, shot saved by Sleepy. Stamkos will clear it. But yeah, great passing play from the Hooks.
All 4 Hooks got a touch on that puck going up the ice, and it popped all the way out front. Just Mouse couldn't quite get it to his backhand. Great opportunity.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they need. They need to take the chances that they are getting here. Dolphin down low. Pass out to the middle. Owen will intercept. They have an opportunity for a rush here. Good coverage by Mouse and Lettuce. That pass almost gets through. Well defended by Lettuce. Going behind the back to intercept that one. Stretch pass to Mouse. Well placed, but even better defended by Pinks, who has been a rock on defense, showing his skill in all 3 leagues as I believe our only triple commit, would you call it?
Yeah, he is the only player to have played in all 3 divisions, bar the rookie division, but that is not possible for anybody on a PHL team.
We might just need to get him in there for the memes, for the legacy,
feel like
you know. Let's get a record that can't be broken anymore.
It'll never be broken again, but he's taking full advantage of it, getting all the ice and all the looks from all the different teams who want to use him.
Oh, Lettuce gave that one up. Owen comes in once more. Good defense from Owl. He took away the forehand, and Owen was not willing to take the shot on his backhand. That was beautiful job by Owl, bailing his teammate out there. Lettuce with the puck again, tries to go cross ice to Mouse. Mouse turning on it. Pinks whacks it away. Austin creeping in, and that will do it for the second period of play. Still 1-0 for the Wild if you're just joining us, and they have... It really does feel like they are the more put-together team, even with 2 subs on the ice.
And without Katie, I feel like the score would be worse. Katie has made some big stick saves for the couple of strong chances that Owen hasn't been able to capitalize. Having 1 on the game, but he could have a couple more easily.
Yeah, he's getting... It's exactly what you want to see from your superstar, you know? He's able to take space. He's able to get chances, and even if only like 25% of them go in, you get 8 of them in a game. That's pretty damn good. Here comes Owen again. almost found the short side shot, and Owl turned away from that one and ended up giving up the puck. Back to Austin at the point. He'll fire it over. They'll try and cycle in the zone, but Dolphin moves it to the far side. Austin will try and pinch in. He wins that race. Chips it by one. Tries to beat Dolphin as well. Stamkos turning with it. He has options towards the middle, but again, well defended by Dolphin. Kind of a little bit of everything from Dolphin in the defensive zone on this rush. Lettuce tries to chip it over. Got a little bit of time. Goes cross ice to Dolphin, but it's not quite on the tape. Pink's defending Owl there like a hound. Well done by Pinks. Pass out to the middle isn't on target. It'll go the length of the ice, and I want to shout out Pinks because he is looking incredibly well positioned in this game. Rarely in the wrong spot and always contesting these long passes.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. He hasn't looked out of place a second so far this game. Couldn't ask for any better out of a sub.
Oh, but Dolphin beats him there. Sleepy with the big save. Couldn't get elevation on that shot, and Sleepy was able to shut it down. Owl with an amazing chip play to move that puck to the middle. Austin will block. Fired down the ice by Stamkos, relieving that pressure that the Hawks were starting to generate. Lettuce from behind his goal line here. Pass far side. Stamkos isn't able to pick it up, and the Hawks offense isn't able to get out of their own zone.
Good little breakout pass there from Katie to Spring Mouse, going up the ice for an opportunity, but couldn't make anything land. He's getting swallowed up. As soon as they see Mouse on the puck, they know he's had the hot hand, so they are just piling on him.
Yeah, that's good to point out as well. Mouse had, I believe, 4 points last week, including an incredible highlight reel baseball goal. He has been the star recently, looking to take advantage of the playing time he's been getting. And it's kind of weird to see the game plan coming in not be to counter Owl, but by countering Mouse, they're shutting down Owl's real option up ice, and by proxy, it's really shutting down Owl. So good strategy coming into this from the Wild, and it's paying dividends. We'll see if they can keep it going. Owl couldn't pick that pass up. 2 minutes left to go in this third period. Owl with the wraparound chance isn't there. Sleepy shuts the door. Long shot goes in! Lettuce with his first in D1, and it is a beauty!
I think actually Mao's got a tip on it, but that was a phenomenal shot, yeah.
Oh, he did? Oh!
Yeah, it's super tragic, but good little tip in front from the man with the hot hand. Mao's assisted a phenomenal flip there from Lettuce. I don't want to take anything away from that. He ought to be happy with his first point in his first game with the Hooks.
Yeah, good catch there as Mouse takes another shot, looking to build some momentum, and we saw that a lot last week in the game against, I can't remember who they played now. Albany, was it, that they played last week? A lot of mid-air goals, a couple deflections from the Hooks. That was really a forte of their gameplay. Owen looking to respond quickly, trying to beat Dolphin to the puck. He chips it into the corner, goes back to the point. Austin with it, looking far side for Stamkos, but isn't able to pick it up. Owen going down low, blocked by Dolphin, but it doesn't go anywhere. Owen almost still had that. Around the net, Austin is there, fires it to the middle. Lettuce looking to pick it up, clear it out. That'll do it for that offensive possession for the Wild, and the Hooks starting to build momentum even on defense. They're looking a little bit more composed. Owen with some time and some space. What can he do with it? He puts a shot on net, looking for a rebound. Almost worked, but the second shot is over the net. Owen, he's trying to generate some offense. He's still finding success, but they just can't find a goal here.
Yeah, I mean, Katie is just playing out of her mind right now.
Yes.
Lots of stick saves. Really, Owen's having a hard time since that first one solving anything to go in on Katie. Phenomenal game so far.
It's been very even, very close, and I credit the Hooks. They've managed to bring back a lot of this offense. Nice shot on Sleepy. I guess if the first long shot worked, you might as well go for a second, but
Yeah, start throwing him on net.
Yeah, you're not gonna catch Sleepy with that twice, I don't think. Doesn't really hold accurate to the name, unfortunately.
No, no, definitely a very active goaltender back there. And I didn't have a great angle at how much of a tip Mao's got on it, but I'd like to think it was fairly substantial, because as good of a shot as that was, Sleepy had a lot of time to see it, and it must have been just enough to knock it down, put it down under the crossbar.
Yeah, I will say there were a few bodies in front of Sleepy. You are able to see the puck through the bodies of players in this game, but it does not reduce the screen effect as much as maybe you would think it would in net. So Sleepy kind of blocked out, facing a tip, and it's a difficult save all around with a long shot like that.
Yeah,
So we
for sure.
move into overtime. Owen comes in, cuts in, tries to end it. Stamkos isn't able to find the rebound. Another great save by Katie there, proving her worth in the net. Owl loops around with that puck in the back end. Coming up, Stamkos is serving as the bouncer here. Will he be able to keep him out of the club? He will not. Owl just moving around everyone. Back pass. There's a lot of movement there, but he kind of didn't really get anywhere, unfortunately.
That was just token Owl gameplay right there. Slowed
Yeah.
right down, tried to find a lane, but I mean,
It
the
didn't
Wild
open up.
such a good job of shutting everything down. No lanes for them.
Yeah, they've done an excellent job of just containing Owl. You know, they'll say, yeah, you can stick handle all you want. You're not finding that pass. Mouse shoots it on net. Dolphin looking for the tip. Couldn't find it there. 3 minutes, 42 seconds left to go in the first overtime. Stamkos to the middle. Nice pass to Owen. Shot. Scores!
What a pass by Stamkos, finding that seam back across to Owen, who sent it to him in the first place. And Owl just caught a little flat-footed, great reception from Owen, and an even better, finish to that wonderful little play to end it overtime.
Yeah, that was just phenomenal from Stamkos getting that puck. Hard pass. Sometimes you see people take the speed off to try and ensure that they can that their teammate can catch it, but he knows how good Owen is. He knows that he can just fire that one over, and Owen absolutely finishes this game off in a game that the Wild looked good at from the start. They're able to take the first game and secure themselves 2 points here on the night already.
Yeah, you have to be happy if you're Lumily right now, because that was a very good game to watch from the Bloomington side. I mean, the Hooks tried to fight back there, had a little bit of a spark after their long shot tip goal, but in the end, just the structure and strength of this Bloomington side just was too much for the Hooks to be able to cut through.
It's a well-coached team. Like, you can tell that they have been kind of drilled in this game of, you know, here's how we want to play against this team. We saw it against Philadelphia last week. They come in with a strategy, and it's well thought out. Philadelphia last week had to dump and chase against the Wild, the strategy that just it wasn't really working for the most part. And tonight they're telling Owl, it's like, okay, just hold the puck. You're not going to be able to do anything with it. We're not giving you the passes, and it has been absolutely excellent from the Wild in game one.
It's so hard to get anything going up front if you have only one of the short pass and tic-tac gameplay or the long bomb, and somehow the Wild were taking away both of those with the tenacious forecheck from Owen that game. I don't know how many times he blocked that puck from leaving the blue line and entering into neutral ice for the Hooks. He didn't get anything going up the ice, just stalwart.
Yeah, and a couple changes going into game two by the looks of it. Bubba coming in for Mouse on the Hook side. So yeah, I think this is a pretty clear adjustment from the Hooks and saying that, all right, the stretch passes to Mouse aren't working. Let's get Bubba in here and see if he can kind of break down his defense. And as I say that, Mouse is in the game. Never mind. All right, that's sorry boys. Jump the gun on that one, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, we had reason to believe Bubba was out there, Mouse wasn't. I don't blame you. And you know what? Maybe that would have been a good call. Not that I think Mouse was particularly a problem there, but sometimes you just need to look at a change of strategy, and maybe Bubba's gameplay gives him a couple of different looks and makes the wild play a little bit different defensively. But here we go, game two. Sorry.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there, Ren. Like, it's a tough call always sending a player out, and again, like, Mouse looked good. It's just that the strategy was not working in game one for the Hooks, so interesting to see what changes they make here as an early stretch past Mouse. Well, it yields the same result as game one. Pinks cuts it off. This time, Mouse able to pick it up. They win the puck battle, and Owl's in the middle. Good stick there on the defense, and Sleepy able to clear it the length of the ice. Katie fires it right back, says absolutely not. That's not going in my zone. And this time, Mouse gets around Pinks. Sleepy again there to shut down that chance before they can get into the slot. Sleepy being very active with the stick. It's very nice to see.
Yeah, it's almost it's a little bit of a goaltender's duel right now, because Katie's been playing so well on the Hook side that Sleepy's like, I can do that too, I can use the stick too.
Yeah, I don't know if the camera caught that very well. As the shot comes on net, Owl in front of Sleepy's net managed to catch that puck from over the top of his head and almost generated a chance with it. Would have been an unbelievable play if it worked. Owl taking the initiative down low. Try and go around Owen. He's successful. Oh, he goes for the pass to Mouse, but he just isn't back post anymore. I would have liked to see a shot there, I think, from Owl, but good attempt nonetheless. Owl comes in, dekes around Owen. And around Stamkos. Stamkos still trying to keep the pressure on. Long shot. Bounces in a couple directions there. Lettuce will pick it up. Moving in, Owen grabs it from him. Just fires it to space. Lets Austin grab that. Long shot on net. Almost dangerous. Katie got a piece of it. Well defended by the ever-present Katie. This Mouse will spin around with that. Not a lot going for either team so far. It's a little bit of dump and chase on both sides right now.
I think this is the change of strategy that we were talking about. We've seen it a couple of times already. Going back to what worked for the Hooks in game one with the long shot, getting some traffic in front. We've already seen it a couple of times. Owl choosing to post up there just before the blue line and whistle a shot in. Yeah.
Honestly, like, if you can't get the stretch passes in, just move it up a few feet and rip it at the net. I don't hate it as a strategy. It's proven to work in the past. So good job by the Hooks, and we'll see if they're able to claim the game's first goal here. Just over 2 minutes left to go in the first period. Dolphin will create a 2-on-1 chance. Oh, he had to fire that right over the head of Austin, not trusting him to miss that puck. And it's just out of the reach of Mouse. Owl will come and pick it up, fires it deep into the zone. Austin will be the first to it. Both sides covered off well, and Dolphin will force a turnover. Chips it around Pinks down low. Mouse tries to go back to Dolphin, but that's cleared all the way to the far blue line and beyond. Austin saying, all right, we may have made a bit of an error there. We're going to fix it by absolutely bombing that puck. Stamkos picks it up behind the net. Does he have a chance here? No, he'll have to recover in the corner. Not a lot of pressure down low either. Owen has been a bit more passive this game early on.
Yeah, we saw Stamkos get in there on the forecheck, and he did a good job. He made Owl bobble it in the corner and then followed it around the net and caused some havoc back there too. So the forecheck's still going great, but Owen now is kind of playing that higher slot area while the puck's down low.
Yeah, I mean, he's found the games, the 2 goals for the Wild so far in this game, so I kind of like it having him in that finisher position. Owl comes in with the shot. Sleepy save and a great rebound control. Firing that. I think pinching it off of their own pads to the corner. Stretch pass up to Owen is unsuccessful. Katie moves it to the corner as well. Owen trying to get around Owl. No avail. Owl will win that race. Fires it up to Dolphin. Tries to tip it. almost successful. I didn't think that one was going to work as it gets fired back on net. There's the baseball from Lettuce, shutting
We were
down
gonna
that
see it.
play. Yeah,
We're gonna see it eventually.
they have him posted up in front of that net, and it's a no-fly zone tonight, boys.
Yeah, I mean that's what they picked him up for. That was, I think, the first one. Maybe we saw one in the first game, but that was the first notable big swat out of the air. His calling card, if you will.
Yeah, we saw one from Dolphin, I think, in game 1, but none from
Yeah, that
Lettuce,
was it.
no.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
Dolphin.
period 1 will come to a close here. A lot more even, I think, than the first period of game 1. Both teams kind of just feeling each other out. It doesn't really feel like either team has the advantage right now.
Yeah, we saw a lot of movement through the neutral zone, but bar a couple of strong chances, it was really just a lot of puck movement, dumping and chasing, and safe hockey so far to start this game.
Yeah, nice chance by Austin early on. He's still looking for his first of the season, and strong chance there for the defender. Owl rushes it up the chance, or up the ice. Long shot. Pinks serving as air traffic control down there. Bats it away from Sleepy's net. Owen with the stretch pass up to Stamkos. Stamkos catches it in tight. Shot saved by Katie. Rebound comes out, but Dolphin defends Owen well. Gets it around the net. Lettuce will pick it up and try and generate some offense. Maybe a bit of a panic pass there. Pinks blocking Owl well again. Stamkos will go around the net with this. Over to Austin. Austin picks it up. Fires it up the middle. Owl is there, but he bobbles that puck. Pinks has it. Shoots! Just wide of the net. Good opportunity from Pinks joining the offense on that rush.
Yeah, wow. I thought I had done the commenter's curse there. I was just talking about it being safe and fair, and all of a sudden they had a pop-out chance just like that. I thought for sure. Oh, man.
Great pass by Stamkos. He's gaining confidence as the series progresses. Austin wasn't able to corral that pass, but a good look nonetheless for the Wild. Owl trying to take control of that. Stamkos forces it away from him. There's that forecheck again from the Wild, but it will be cleared out. Down to Pinks. He'll try and beat Mouse here. Kind of does, but it doesn't get any further than the top of the circle. Fired up the ice. Owl overcommitted there. It'll be a 2-on-1 the other way. Owen has a chance. Trying to get around Lettuce. Shot low. Katie makes the save. Owen trying for the back pass. Maybe ill-advised. A good chip up to Owl now. Owl coming through, trying to generate offense by himself, but he was not getting around that defense of the Wild.
Pinks again with a great play there, man. The Wild is getting some phenomenal play from a couple of their irregular players. Stamkos is having a great game so far here, and Pinks, the last game and this game, very strong defensive play from him.
Yeah, as Luma Lee, like we pointed out on the top of the broadcast, they weren't happy about this game having to be played on the Wednesday. Maybe not really happy with playing their subs, but after this, you got to think the confidence of Luma Lee in their subs has to be sky high. Win or lose, they have shown themselves to be able to compete at this level. Long shot, Sleepy saves. Starting to dial into the strategy of the hooks. Pass in tight to Owl. Cuts to the middle, but Sleepy again blocks it. Well done by Sleepy. Having to face a lot of new challenges here in Game 2, but up to all of them so far.
Yeah, the Wild so far this season have been one of those teams that really haven't utilized their subs very much. They're very happy with how well their core has been playing, and this is an opportunity for those subs to hop on a chance, show what they've got, and they are taking full advantage of it.
Yeah, like even if you don't earn a spot, you might earn some playtime later down the road, and like this is just it's networking for these boys. Get your name out there. Let the HQMers and these old heads know, hey, we got some skill here too. We can hold down the fort if need be. Pinks will look to do just that, firing it up the ice.
I can relate to that feeling, being a relatively new face around here. I never played HQM, and I only joined the PHL really at the end of the icebreaker, so going into the first draft, that was my mentality. I don't care what division I go, but I'm going to use it as an opportunity to prove that I'm talking and they scored!
There's a great goal. His first of the season for Austin, cutting to the middle. Gets around Dolphin, gets around Lettuce, and short side on Katie for a beauty.
Man, what a goal. Yeah, sorry, I was yapping when that was happening. Great effort from Dickie Pecker, Austin. Just an amazing play.
You're giving your life story over there,
I
and
know.
Austin is putting up highlights.
Austin does not care about my life story whatsoever. He cares about putting the puck in the net, and I respect that.
Yeah, first of the season for Austin, as I said. He'll be very happy to break that goose egg. Shot by Mouse, goes over top of the net. Owen trying to chip it by Dolphin. It's a rough puck battle, but eventually it goes to the favor of the Hooks. Fired back up by Sleepy. Might be a chance for Stamkos for a shot. Puck goes up in the air. He's trying to find it again, but Owl was there to knock it away. Owl, take it. Cutting in front. That's a dangerous play by Owl. I don't think he needed to do that there, and Katie was there to bail him out. That could have been absolutely lethal as the second period comes to a close.
A very strong game from both teams so far, I think. You know, the Wild got their chance to fall, but that's not to take anything away from the Hooks. They've had their fair share of chances from out deep, getting the shot and trying to create some havoc in front, but it seems to be working. Just haven't got the results so far that they were hoping for.
Yeah, the strategy that the Hooks are using, I think it is a low percentage. You're not going to find many of those shots going in consistently, but in a game as low scoring as puck, you get enough of those chances, and one of them goes in.
Yeah.
You force an overtime like game one. You get a point on the board at the very least.
I'd like to think they want to get more than 1 point, but 1 point is better than none.
Yeah, they will absolutely be gunning for that. I don't want to make it sound like they're not competitors. They want all three of the points if they can get them, but Mouse trying to chip it all the way down the ice. Austin will be back. A little 1v1 against Dolphin. Dolphin calling out where that pass was going to go before it happened, and still got by him. Owen will take it through two players. Managed to get that one through both Owl and Lettuce. Good job by the forwards of the Hooks coming back and covering. Austin turning, firing it up to Owen. Stamkos will take it. Got one pressuring close. Fires a long shot wide of the net. Owl will take it down low. Chips it by Owen. Got time and space. He's going to slow the game down here. Signature Owl coming up the ice. Slow and steady. Looking to fire it on net. Goes behind the net. Pinks is on top of it, but he doesn't get the touch that he wanted. Austin will take it instead, fires it up. Will this one get by Lettuce? You can't imagine it will, and he will shut down that play. Fire it down to Mouse. Back and forth action here as Mouse might have a chance. Austin cuts off the centering pass. Well done by the Wild and by the Hooks. Both of them on defense looking strong. Owen rushing in. Shot. Score!
Uninterrupted by me that time. Phenomenal pickup there off of Dolphin. Owen walks in and just puts it top right corner.
That was beautiful. That is the spot to aim for on those on right-handed goalies. That far side top corner is so difficult to reach for those goaltenders. So good job by Owen finding that slot, and he's going to be rewarded with another chance off the stick. How did Katie save that? Oh my goodness, batted it up into the air and over the net.
That was athleticism right there.
Great job. I don't know how Katie managed to track that puck as it was bouncing off of Owen's body. The pressure unrelenting though for the Wild. They're looking to build on their lead even more. Dolphin will come up with it. Has Owl on the far side looking to bat it out of the air, but again, first to it, as always, it's Pinks. I think he might be the player of the match, maybe aside from Owen in here. He's been phenomenal shutting down Mouse, Owl, and Dolphin on offense.
really hasn't had very many missteps this game at all. Every time we talk about him, it's a strong defensive play by Pinks. You can't ask for any better than this.
Yeah, we saw him last week against Philadelphia, and it was much of the same in a high pressure overtime. He was cool as a cucumber. The RMR player in Div 2, he's getting it done for the Wild here. Lettuce shuts down the mid pass. Might be a breakaway chance. Chipped up. Sleepy coming out to contest. Well defended by Sleepy. Calm, cool, and collected in net. Owl will chip it over to Stamkos. Katie does likewise. Again, a nice play by Katie to bat that out. Dolphin taking it up the ice. Over to Owl. Owl looking at his options. Looks for the shot. Wide of the net. Sleepy. Very, very active in the net. Having an absolutely phenomenal game too right now. Shutting down a lot of these chances even before they become shots from the hooks.
Yeah, just the stalwart defense and active jumping up on those long flips. You haven't seen very many of those connect at all. The only real strong chances have come from a fast break, and it looks like they are just foot on the gas tonight. They do not want to lose.
Owl committed to defending Owen there, and as a result, that puck was popped across. Almost! Owen will not be happy with himself after that one. It goes over the net. A great play by Stamkos to get it to him, and Owen just kind of got choked up on that. I don't know how much more he could have done there. That puck is inside of his skates pretty much. He's trying to fire it in a straight line. That's a tough play to make, and unfortunately, they're not able to increase their lead, but with 20 seconds left in the third, I don't think they're too worried.
No, I think the Wild are sitting back and sitting safe, just working for the second win of the night for him, playing for Captain Lumley, who unfortunately is sitting out for the night, and he is going to be happy. It's going to be what is it, game-winning sticks for the boys after this one. Unbelievable performance from the Wild.
Yep, the Wild, they take game 2. They'll take 5 points home in the series, and convincingly at that. Very strong performance from really everyone on the side of the Bloomington Wild tonight.
Yeah, Katie had a phenomenal game. Notably, Katie had a phenomenal game for the Hawks. The score could have been a lot worse without her stalwart play there in that. Lots of batted pucks out of the air, especially that one near the end of the game where she batted the puck over the back of the net after kind of beating her over the corner and was bobbling around. I couldn't fathom how to make that save.
Yeah, very, very good job by Katie. Maybe early save of the year candidate. Save of the season, I suppose, but strong play by both goalies. Strong play on the ice all around, and I think that will just about do it for us tonight from the PHL broadcast booth. It's been an honor. I've been Flyfire, joined by Ren, and we got Deflator behind the screen working the camera angle, so thank you for that. And that's it for us. We hope you all have an excellent night. Short side on Katie.
Uninterrupted by me that time. Phenomenal pickup there. Off the Falcon. Walks in, just puts it. Top right corner.
Coming out to contest, well defended by Steve. On, cool, and collected in net. Owl will tip it over to Stamkos. 80. Owl committed for defending Owen there, and as a result, that puck is popped across. Dolphin in the middle, and Owen will always make you pay.
Just goes inside out and just let it
Not really grade A chances. Now Dolphin has it off the bar. There's a grade A chance. Here's the rebound. Look at that. Okay, everyone take a breath. Just give up the breakaway. They've been getting a lot of the pressure. Owen comes in, takes the shot, saved by Katie. Just no finish with that Swedish. Mouse chips it up. Ooh, maybe 3-0. I'm sorry to cut you off here. Down first in D1, and it is a beauty.
On the pass by Stamkos, finding that Stamkos across the
Sky high. Win or lose, they have shown themselves to be able to compete at this level. Long shot, sweep the save. Up for Austin, cutting to the middle. Gets around Dolphin, gets around Lettuce, and short side on Katie.
uninterrupted by me that time. Phenomenal pickup there. Off the Dolphin, walks in, just puts it off right corner.
Coming out to contest, well defended by Sleep. Calm, cool, and collected in net. Owl will chip it over to Stamkos. Katie.
They do not want to lose.
Owl committed to defending Owen there, and as a result, that puck is popped across. Dolphin in the middle, and Owen will always make you pay.
Just goes inside out and just let it kind of get stuck.
Not really grade A chances. Now Dolphin has it off the bar. There's a grade A chance. Clears the rebound. What a save. Okay, everyone take a breath. Just gave up the breakaway. He's been getting a lot of the pressure. Owen comes in, takes the shot, saved by Katie. Just no finishes that season. Tipped up. Maybe it's 3-0. It's already cut off here. Salford, 51.
On the pass by Stamkos, finding that back.
Sky high. Win or lose, they have shown themselves to be able to compete at this level. Long shot, sweep save. Arthur Austin cutting to the middle. Gets around Dolphin. Gets around Lettuce. And short side on Katie.
Uninterrupted by me that time. Phenomenal pickup there. Off the Dolphin. Owen walks in and just puts it off right corner.
Coming out to contest, well defended by Sleepy. Calm, cool, and collected in net. Owl will chip it over to Stamkos. Katie. Owl committed to defending Owen there.